what's up YouTube? It's Duke back here from sportsgamers.com. We got a fire Madden 22 tip video today. I'm going to break down a screaming blitzing defense that stops both the run and the pass. It's super easy to set up and it's super effective. Something that can work in all modes. You don't need anything special to use this. So whether you play regs or ultimate team, franchise, whatever, this will work very well. So we're going to be looking at the nickel triple formation on defense. You can find this in a few books. Personally, one of my favorites with the triple is Baltimore Ravens defensive playbook. Now, this is a formation as far as the subs go. You know, you can sub in different, you can put in like, linebackers at the end spot if you need to. You could sub in where you see 54. You could put in a safety if you want. All that stuff, that's completely up to you. Just how much speed you really want on the field. Again, completely up to you. As you guys can see, the linebackers can be subbed in for safeties. Now, the only coaching adjustment I like to make with this defense is I like auto flip on to use the blitz I'm about to show you guys. The play I'm going to look at is nickel blitz 2. Now, you could definitely zone drop your flats if you want, to guard deeper down the field. Personally, I don't like to do that. A lot of times with this blitz, I know I'm going to get pressure, so I get really aggressive, and a lot of times I'll just play hard flats. Sometimes I'll shade up to play clouds, but I don't really need them to drop back 20, 30 yards because I know that the pressure should get there before they're able to, really wait for that to get downfield. So one of the more popular plays right now is the double post. I'm going to show you guys how this defense works. Again, it's very easy to set up. Let's just move the ball back so we get some space to work with. Now, guys, remember, if you enjoy my free YouTube content, I do tips, gameplays, news for Madden 22, daily videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like my video, give us a thumbs up if you really rock with me, comment. All that stuff really does help out a lot. And if we can just get 200 likes on this video, I'll post another screaming blitz for you guys. It's very easy to set up. Also, if you're looking to improve at Madden 22, make sure you check out sportsgamers.com. That's where I post all my premium tips, ebooks. I got offensive and defensive schemes for sale, both for current and next-gen consoles. So I'm going to show you guys how this blitz can be set up against all sorts of different blocking schemes. We'll keep the running back out on the route first. Then we'll block the running back. And then we'll also even look at using a tight end delayed fade, which a lot of people like to use. So the setup to this defense is pretty simple. So we're just going to pinch our entire defense. Do that by hitting R1 for PlayStation and Xbox, just equivalent of that. And then you hit down on the left analog stick to pinch them. The next thing you want to do is you want to blitz all of your linebackers by you hit right on the D-pad and then down on the right analog stick. Now we're going to control this linebacker that's back here. And we're going to stand over the guard opposite the running back. Remember, we have auto flip on because we want to make sure this nickel corner is always on the strong side of the offensive formation. So if they're in something like bunch or something with 3 receivers to one side, the nickel back will always go over there. Now, if they're not blocking the running back or anything, you can just go ahead and coverage the DB in the slot that's blitzing. I might put him in man coverage. I might put him in a hook zone. It really just depends. But basically, you just stand over this guard with your user, and I like to just touch the guard for a split second, engage with him, and then drop back into coverage. Now, as far as different adjustments you can do, like I said, a lot of times I'll get really aggressive with this defense because I know pressure's coming. I might just shade underneath to play hard flats. You could shade over the top if you want to play clouds. But the hard flats are going to take away those flats really good. And let's just look at how this blitz works. First, if they don't block anybody, here's our play. So you guys can see here, I'm just responsible for the middle. Just the first read over the middle. I like to basically leave the middle to myself with my user and have the corners take away the stuff in the flats that I can't really get to the sideline that fast. So I want to play the middle myself and have the corners take away the flats. So you guys can see, this is going to get quick pressure from our edge rusher from the left of the screen. He's going to come in untouched for the sack, as you guys can see here. Now, this is a really, really solid defense because like you saw, I was able to set that up super fast, and we were there. So again, we pinch the defense, we blitz all of our linebackers, and then we just go ahead, and if we want to coverage the corner in the slot, we're going to go ahead and do that too. So that's really all you have to do. Stand over the guard, and you're going to get this quick pressure. Look at that. Screaming. Now, if they do block the running back, you will want to set it up differently. So if they go ahead and block the running back, an adjustment I like to make is just to keep the slot corner blitzing. So again, we press the defense, blitz our linebackers, stand over the guard right here, and that's all you have to do. Of course, you can adjust your coverage as needed, just depending upon what the offense is doing to you. But really, like I said, you want to be responsible for the middle of the field yourself, and you want the CPU to take away the flats, which is why we're in this coverage. So you guys can see here, again, look at that super fast pressure. That's what I'm saying. If you can just take the first read away for your user, they're not going to have time for anything else. All I have to do is just take away that first guy over the middle, guard the flats with the flat zones, and, really they just have to guess who I'm going to guard, the guy underneath or the guy a little bit deeper. So what I'll do is I'll bait them between the two. One play I'll guard one, the next play I'll guard another. I'll kind of fake them out, and, that's going to get you a lot of sacks and a lot of interceptions playing this style of defense. So as you guys can see here, 2 people come free, so the running back can only pick up 1, which leaves Oliver to come in for the sack. I would definitely recommend having a fast corner in the slot to run this defense. Now, I will go ahead. I'm going to show you guys why we have auto flip on in a second here if someone comes out in a different formation or maybe flips. But the other thing I do want to go over is if they do a tight end delayed fade. That is something common a lot of people will do. So let's take a look at that. So say they do a tight end delayed fade. This is still going to scream on that. So again, we pinch our defense, blitz our linebackers, stand over the guard away from the running back, and that is it. We just go ahead and hit this guy for a split second, and as you guys can see, we were in there for the sack. Now, that was more of a disengage, almost like a B gap. Normally, it's going to come off the edge, even against the tight end delay fade. We'll go ahead and show you guys that here. So let me do that again. I mean, if we get a disengage, that's fine, but that's generally not what's really going to happen. That's more so what's going to happen right there. See how the guy just came off the edge? Boom. Now, let me show you what I mean by auto flip. So, like, let's say that maybe they flipped their bunch, or maybe they came out in a formation where the 3 receivers were just on the left side of the field regardless. So, in that case, that's why auto flip is important, because you can see that now the nickel back is already lined up to the left, which makes it super simple. We just pinch our entire defense, blitz our linebackers, stand over the guard, and we're good to go. The blitz is going to work the same way, whether they block the running back or not. I'm going to make sure I get this fast pressure. Bam, you guys can see the same thing happens. It's just the other way. So we get the corner coming from the left of the screen this time instead of the right. And then we're either going to get the edge or the gap pressure the other way. So the corner came from the left this time, and then the edge or gap pressure came from the right. So corner from left, edge or gap from right. We're responsible for the first read, and they're going to get sacked. Now, I did mention that this defense is good against the run too. This is almost like a bare front when you think about it. So it's not going to be easy to run on. A lot of people will try to run the inside zones or whatnot from these shotgun formations against blitzing defenses. And you guys can see this does a really solid job against that. Now, another thing you can do is if they are running the ball a lot, the blitz still works the same way if you do this extra step. Crash your D-line to the inside. The blitz actually still works when you crash your D-line to the inside regardless, and I feel like they do defend the run a little bit better when you do that. As you guys can see here, there's nowhere to go. The D-line, when crashed inside, is going to take them hard angles in, and it's going to be hard with this bare front to run. You guys can see we have immediate penetration into the backfield. Now, just to show you, if they did happen to pass the ball, this would still work the same way, even with the line crash down. So if you pinch the defense, blitz your linebackers, and then crash your line to the inside, down, which is down on the right analog stick, that's why I say down, still stand over the guard, you'll see that even if they do try to pass the ball, the pressure still screams. And that time we actually got 2 people free off the left. Which, I mean, that's fine. We'll definitely take 2 people free off the left. Doesn't really matter. So the blitz works whether you crash your D-line to the inside or don't crash them at all. You can kind of play around with which way you prefer to blitz more. I will say that to me that crashing inside definitely does make a difference if they happen to run the ball. Always make sure you have a good user, because with this defense, you are responsible for the middle of the field. So you need to have someone fast that can cover the quick read over the middle, because that's really where they're probably going to look to attack you. As long as you take the flats away with those the cover 2 zones on the outside, really the middle is all they're going to have. So if you put a good user there of some speed that can get underneath those middle routes and snag them for interceptions, they're really going to have nowhere to go with this before the pressure comes. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here.